19. Sara sat alone in the passenger seat of Amanda's Lexus. The engine was running so that the heater stayed on. Frank Sinatra played softly through the speakers. Amanda was leaning against Sara's BMW, which was parked opposite the Lexus. Her head was bent down as she talked on the phone. The conversation looked tense. She was on a conference call with the Senior Assistant District Attorney for Fulton County and the State Attorney General's office. They were coordinating a kind of sting operation. Sara was about to knock on Britt McAllister's door. This time, there was no relying on Sara's memory or her ability to scribble her recollections on an index card. She was wearing a hunter green corduroy jacket with a camera built into the button on the left breast pocket and a microphone inside the right lapel. The transmitter was in her side pocket. Amanda was strategizing with the lawyers because she wanted to make sure they did everything exactly by the book so that the recording wasn't thrown out in court. They didn't know if Mac was keeping the videos from the cameras inside the house. They didn't know where the server was. They had no idea whether or not he could remotely wipe the drives the same way the exterior cameras on the house had been wiped the night that Dani Cooper had died. Amanda had started pacing between the cars. Her hand went out in a broad gesture of frustration, but if there was one thing Sara knew about the deputy director, it was that she always managed to find a way. But for what? Part of Sara couldn't help but think that this was a lot of trouble to go through considering Britt's long, tedious history of parceling out dead ends. She had cried about them, but wouldn't provide their names. She had brought up Cam, but Cam was dead. She had pointed them toward Merritt Barrow, but there was nothing they could do about it. She had said there was a connection between Sara and Dani Cooper, but the most obvious connection seemed to be that both of them had been raped, which also connected them to nearly 500,000 American women every year. Mac was the real connection. Britt had never meant to point Sara toward Mac. Her sloppy, drug-induced burst of honesty in the courthouse bathroom had been a mistake. Britt had been forced to play cleanup ever since.